Okay, just gonna do a brief video synopsis of underneath. This is plumbing to the vanity upstairs. Everything here is just ragtag. It's all put together with compression fittings and different kinds of pipe. Right here, I don't even know what this is here. This cap where they've capped this line. Then it's put together with PEX and then CPVC and put together with polybutylene connectors. This pipe is leaning down because it's put together with just mechanical connectors there, and then it turns back to CPVC. Right there, the kitchen line is plumbed in the wrong fittings, and like I said, there's no vent up top. It's all over the place, and then it's improperly plumbed in over here with a T, and then they just put a test cap in the end of it, and it's leaking over there. This is the tub drain, which they just ran into the end of the pipe, but there's no vent for it. Now that'll work because of the tub vent, but it's not really properly plumbed. And then here we got mechanical couplings, CPVC, and then different types of connectors where things have just been patched together. This line here, sorry. This line here, they've just got that shoved into a rubber coupling, and then this is your washing machine line going that way. And that thing in the middle is what's known as an S-trap, or it's not an S-trap, it's called a running trap, which is not to code. You're not supposed to do that. Probably means that there's no vent for the washing machine as well, which could cause it to overflow or just not drain well. Over here, this is a tub drain, and it's leaking. Oh, by the way, that trap, at the trap, I'll just go around that way. The trap is coming apart. It's right there, the seam where the dark part is underneath. There's water dripping out of that. So this line is leaking anyway. They didn't use primer when they glued it together, and the joints are coming apart. Come back over here, and the cast iron itself isn't terrible. I mean, it's got some rust on it, but it's not rusted out. It's just surface rust. Let me get over here to this side. This is what the other side of that connection looks like to the kitchen sink. The back over there. Not saying this doesn't function, but it is not done properly, and it is not bended under the sink. If you look here, you can see water on this line and water on the cast iron here coming from above. And then if you look right here, this is all rotted out floor. Behind the tub is rotted out and dripping water down. And then here, the joist at the beam is rotted. Right there, you've got a good view of some rotted wood right there. Though that's running, then you can see the water kind of beading off of this trap here, so it's got to be fixed. I think that's it for the plumbing under here. There's just 2 bathrooms. I'll pause it and go and look at the upstairs plumbing real quick, and we'll go from there. All right, this kitchen sink is improperly piped in. There's an open pipe there. There should be a Studer vent installed on this, and it's not. The garbage disposal does not work. Faucet looks like it may be leaking as well. Just a slight drip on the water supply lines. and the circuit breaker number 5 is tripped and won't reset, which means a hard fault, a short in the system somewhere, and that happens to be for the disposal number 5. All right, let's go back in here. This is the washing machine, and like I said, it's got a running trap under the floor, so odds are it's not trapped in the wall, and it probably doesn't have a vent to it. This bathroom here, the shower valve is leaking. The shower is leaking from here. Not a big deal. It just needs to be taped up and reset. The shower valve is backwards. This should actually be over here. The off position should be here. And if you notice, when I turn it on, I get about halfway and the water slows down to a stop right there to the other side, and then keeps going to turn on the hot side. So something's wrong here. Most likely that cartridge is in backwards. The kitchen's this sink here is got a leak on it. You notice it's staying on the floor. I'm going to come around and you can look back here and see water pouring out of this. I can't tell for sure where it's coming from. Oh, it's coming down the drain all the way. Oh, it's coming from the very top. So I'm going to have to pull this sink away from the wall and redo the drain and remount the vanity. This toilet here is loose and probably at a minimum could stand to be caulked to the floor. Doesn't appear to be leaking downstairs. And then the last bathroom right here. This one has a weird long drain line, which is functional. It's probably exceeding the length for, you know, a trap to vent, but it seems to be functional and it's not leaking. This tub here, the drain is leaking underneath, and then I think maybe there's a supply line leak in the wall because the floor beneath of it is dripping water. The cast iron in the wall is dripping water either from the toilet leaking or from the tub, and it's that's where the rotten floor was underneath. So that's it.